Oh, I'm so dumb. I had skip unseen text. Oh, you just don't check anything. Oh my god, wait, that means I've okay, so I mean I heard about this. Apparently the mom is supposed to help us. Oh god, I messed up. I botched this recording. Were you planning on talking to her then? I don't know. When did you want her space? Don't. Communication is key. Look, I know it's going to be awkward and weird after everything that was said and done yesterday, but it's better to clear things up. So this is right after. See, so we didn't get this in the first playthrough, but it's better to clear things up sooner rather than later. I'm sorry. I'm so mad at myself. I'm so stupid. I thought checking it was. No wonder. I was like, wait a minute. It's skipping through a lot. Is there something I'm missing? Uh. So she answers this time. Where was it? But it's better to clear things up sooner rather than later before misunderstandings crop up or negative thoughts become conflated with reality. If you don't talk, how are you going to be able to apologize and solve your issues together? The parent who's actually wise. I'm not saying that you should totally hound her on the topic because she may well want some time to think things through. Yes, yes, but you still need to open up a dialogue about these things so that you can both know where you stand. Yeah, see, damn it. This phone call is really good. This is what we needed. That makes sense. I'm really dreading talking to her. The fact that he needed his mom to get this into his head. There were some harsh words thrown around last night. I don't really know how I'm gonna face her. You won't know until you try, right? I mean, I know it's going to be awkward. Just talk to her, Domo. In fact, why don't you call her right now? Can I eat breakfast first? First of all, it's nearly noon, and secondly, no. I don't even know if she's gonna pick up. You don't think I called her last night after she stormed off? Tensions were high at that moment, Domo. If she doesn't pick up now, then at least text her. I reluctantly pull out my phone. What a surprise. No calls or messages back. Come on, Domo. I believe in you. Okay, okay, I get it. As I slowly look for Yuri's name in my contacts, Mom stands up, snapping the photo album shut. Don't worry, I'm going to give you your privacy while you call. Let me know how it goes. Ah, thanks. Of course. Before she steps through the door, I stop her one last time. Oh, and Mom? Hmm? Thanks for everything. I mean, talking to me and helping me clean up and stuff yesterday. And for being a good mom. Man, that was too cheesy, even for me. However, Mom's bright smile alleviates some of my embarrassment. It's all part of the job, Demo. With that, she shuts the door with a soft click. It's just me and my thoughts now, plus my phone. Gathering up a little courage I have remaining, I force myself to dial Yuri's number. The dial tone rings on faintly, the same as ever, indifferent to the tumultuous feelings within me. I'm almost hoping that Yuri doesn't pick up. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna say that I'm sorry, but basically before this, she comes. I'm guessing the mom comes in when we're in our room or something, and she gives us a little pep talk. So good on the mom for pushing our idiot MC to go forward with anything at all, and getting him to understand his problems. But we're not in the clear yet. Let's see how it goes. Huh? Did Yuri actually pick up? Hello? Now that she's actually on the line, I've suddenly forgotten everything I wanted to say. Hi. Oh god, this is gonna be awkward, isn't it? I mean, yeah, of course, but the way they're talking. Come on, Domo, you called her for a reason. Uh, I'm, glad you picked up. Uh, to be honest, I was tempted to ignore your call again. Oh, at least she picked up? Then why did you pick up? I don't know. Actually, I suppose one reason was because I knew what you'd be thinking. You were worrying that I'd killed myself, weren't you? It's alright. That's only to be expected. Damn, she got me. It's not the only reason why I called, but it's a huge looming fear that's been in the back of my mind this whole time. I didn't want to admit it to myself, but it's true. I was worried that Yuri would have committed suicide. The entire time I was. It's like the MC kept pushing her further and further down into a corner. And it's like, just the anxiety was filling up. I mentally berate myself. Come on, Yuri's not so fragile that she'd off herself after one argument, right? Stop thinking that she's made out of glass. Although, yeah, see, he's thinking so much better about this. Okay. It's like the writing in the bad end was had to be bad to push this to push the bad ending to the bad ending. This is English, right? Although she might not have committed suicide, but would it have been so far-fetched to think she could have accidentally cut too deeply and bled out? Oh my god. That's what the bad ending was. No, please no. An image of her desperate scratching flashes through my mind. Yuri, I'm sorry. Sorry for everything that happened last night. There were a lot of things I shouldn't have said, as you can see. I'm not the most sensitive or tactful person sometimes. Oh my god, okay. This is kind of redeeming. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. After that fight, there was a good hour of playthrough left. So this could very well like still get to like the climax of the story. I'm sorry too for allowing myself to show you that part of me. I just can't believe I actually scratched myself in front of you. It was just such an overwhelming impulse. Obviously, it's okay, Yuri. I was about to say I get it, but do I really get it? All these issues, they're really difficult for you to deal with, aren't they? We both acted on impulse yesterday. I suppose so. You know, you were right. I can't imagine how it must feel to be you and have to deal with, you know, there's a side from the other end. It's so quiet that I can hardly make it out. Thank you for acknowledging that. It's just so tiring not having anyone be able to understand that side of me. Of course, I'm not blaming you for not being able to understand. It's simply that all these feelings are extremely isolating. Well, I know that I must sound like a broken record at this point, but I'll always be here for you. I might not totally get what you tell me, but I'll try to help the best I can. And that includes helping you feel less isolated. Last night I was really mad at the problems, not at you. I just didn't know how to voice my frustrations clearly enough. I wasn't self-aware enough to really pinpoint the source of my emotions until now. We're both in this together. Let's fight these problems alongside one another. Thank you, Domo. Sorry for not being able to speak so openly about everything. It's alright. It's a work in progress. Yes, it is. Actually, can I come over to your place right now? So that we can talk about these things face to face? Plus, I know you have phone anxiety, so I would feel like being in front of the person would, at least in her case, right? Like being face to face would be a lot more worrying. Or we can talk somewhere else if you're more comfortable with that. Sorry, but I'd rather not. Oh, okay. It's not your fault. It's just that I believe I need some time to think about things. You mean you need some space for now, right? Oh my god. So in this route, or at least this part, he's more self-aware than we thought he could be capable of. But I agree with you in terms of working together to assuage these issues. Assuage. Only I need to put my thoughts in order first before I can try explaining things to anyone. Sorry, I'm no good at speaking about these things unless I properly thought through my words. No, that's perfectly understandable. I guess it was too much to hope that everything could be fixed in one phone call. But this is good. This is a good start. There's a lot to mull over. Yeah, there definitely is. Thank you for taking the effort to call and make things right, Domo. I don't know if I would have had the strength to do the same. Of course. I really care about you, Yuri. Don't you forget that. I won't. Thank you for everything, though. Really. I'll see you at school on Monday, then. I mentally sigh in relief. It's not like Yuri can't bear to see my face, then. Sounds like a plan. If you'd like, we could continue this conversation during lunch. I believe I'll be ready to talk by then. Are you sure? You really don't have to force yourself. Yes, if I don't do it then, I'll never be able to do it. Okay, I just wouldn't want you to be comfortable talking about everything. My mind flashes back to Yuri talking about being the perfect girlfriend. Please trust me when I say that I'd rather you wait until you're good with talking than force yourself to do so. You can't rush progress when it comes to these things, right? Yes, you definitely can't rush it, but I think I'll be able to talk about it. But in the case that I do start to have trouble speaking, I'll tell you. Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. Would you like to meet me at the roof during lunch then? That'll do just fine. Plus, we wouldn't have to worry about others eavesdropping on our conversation. So I guess that's it for now. Man, I'm always bad at ending conversations on the phone. I suppose so. Again, thank you for calling, Domo. Well, thank you for being receptive to me, even after our argument. It's only fair. After all, I stoked the flames just as much as you. Either way. Are you doing anything right now? I had been cooking lunch when you called. Oh, right. It's around noon right now. I'll let you get back to it then. Oh, okay then. Thank you. I'll see you on Monday. Goodbye, Domo. After a brief pause, a small click sounds and the line goes dead. I breathe a sigh of relief. That's over and done with, and it actually went pretty well. Lunch on Monday. Huh. I better prepare myself for the emotional exhaustion I'll inevitably feel that day. Sorry, I'm happy. I'm kind of happy right now. Again, I'm not gonna hold out for too long. I should. Sorry. It's like a sigh of relief that I'm feeling. But for now, lunch sounds really good. Have we done it? Is there more to come at us afterwards? Please, can it just end? Let me have my good ending. I think I deserve it after all I've been through. Oh god, it's finally lunch. Time to meet up with Yuri. It's strange seeing all the students mill around me without a care in the world. They're far removed from all the drama that Yuri and I had to deal with these past few days. I wonder how the situation would play out between different players. Would it turn out better? Worse? Somehow I doubt that anyone around me right now has to deal with anything like what Yuri and I have gone through. Wait, scratch that. Hasn't hanging out with Yuri taught me anything about judging books by their covers? I mentally shake my head. Come on, Tomo, you have no idea what anyone else is going through. Judging others, Yuri's spoken a lot about that topic before. Yuri, am I even prepared for this conversation? As I make my way to the roof, each step seems to grow heavier and heavier. My uniform seems to be uncomfortably warm, while my palms have suddenly collected a layer of sweat. Before I know it, I'm in front of the rooftop entrance. Man, here goes nothing. As always, it takes my eyes a little time to adjust to the brilliant sunlight outside. Soon enough, though, I'm able to make out a tall, long-haired girl standing by the edge of the roof. The contrast between her violet hair and the pale blue sky makes her hair look all the more dark. Yuri. I step closer to her, prompting a slight peek over from her. She doesn't move though, so I elect to stand beside her and look down at the school grounds below. Hello, Domo. Hey, Yuri. Normal enough of a start to a conversation. Yuri runs her fingers along the chain link fence blocking off the edge of the roof. It's a nice day out, isn't it? Guess so. You haven't had lunch yet, right? Well, lunch just started, so... Oh, right. Yuri's face turns slightly red, and when she quickly turns to rummage through her bag, I can't tell if it's to hide her face or not. However, she eventually pulls out a package tied together with a large handkerchief. Oh, please. Is it what I think it is? A bento? I made you a bento. Oh, she still made it for me. I can't. This is sweet. Oh, please let it stay like this. You never bring very nutritious lunches, and since we plan on eating together. Whoa, are you sure? I did bring some bread, so... I made my own bento too, so if you don't eat it, it's just going to be wasted. Plus, it was made specifically for you, so... If this is a peace offering, it's the best peace offering I've ever received. Holy crap, thanks. Your cooking's always delicious. I feel bad that I don't have anything for you now. It's fine. I made it for you because I wanted to, not because I expected anything in return. Yuri. Take the boxes from her and peek inside. Rice, grilled beef, and some kind of salad and dumplings. You even made my favorite dumplings for it? Yes, I bought some before, so... Yuri, you don't know how much I appreciate you. I believe I have a good enough idea of that. We chuckle lightly for a bit, but then Yuri's face suddenly falls. Domo, I'm sorry for everything that happened on White Day. Now that I think over what I did and said that day, I feel so ashamed. She bites her lip hard. I can hardly believe that it actually happened. Yuri, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have pressed you so hard on things you obviously can't change on a whim. See, oh my god, I love this. I love this. He's self-aware finally. Thank you, but I know that was really the instigator. Well, if I hadn't cluelessly gone on and on. Oh my god, he even says it. Oh my god. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. I've got everything I wanted. Gone on and on about Sayori. But I also could have outright told you why that was bothering me. Instead, I chose to internalize all my negative thoughts, and it manifested in, well, blatant self-hatred. I mean, it's not like you explicitly chose to internalize it at all, right? These deep-seated problems you have, I get that sometimes you can't help second-guessing yourself or thinking in a certain way. But in order to improve my mental health, don't I have to change these thought processes? Well, yeah, but doesn't it still take a huge amount of time and effort before you're able to fully change it? It's slow going in the beginning, right? And on that day, tensions had been running high anyways. So it would have been hard to be self-aware about it. Plus, I'm sure that some of my comments didn't help matters either. That's true, but either way... Yuri takes a deep breath. You were right. The biggest problem in our relationship right now is most likely communication. Dude, it's like basically them listening to the arguments or to their faults in the bad end. Like, this is... Okay, I think I can jump ahead. I feel safe. I'm so happy. This is perfect. And that's really on me. Yuri, It's fine, Domo. You don't have to try to make me feel better. I've accepted that it's genuinely a fault of mine that I'm too emotionally suppressive. After all these years, I've just gotten in the habit of hiding my true thoughts and feelings from everyone. It's actually a bit selfish of me. I don't tell anyone anything so that I can avoid being judged. But that's a perfectly valid reason to not talk about some things, right? Maybe, but I thought that's a completely healthy mindset. It stops me from communicating effectively with others too. So, so I'm going to try to explain everything, all of it to you. All the reasons behind my thought processes, how I genuinely feel about certain things. I truly did some introspection over the weekend to figure things out. Well, if you're up for it, I'm all ears. I don't know if I'll be able to understand everything, and I probably won't be able to relate to a lot of what you feel. But I'll try my best to be as empathetic as possible. That's all I'd ask of you. Once again, Yuri takes a deep breath to steady herself. Where should we start? We could start with the argument. Please, oh god, please no, nothing go wrong. That's as good a place as any. There's a strange, wry smile on Yuri's face. Now that I think about it, I was probably overreacting during our argument, wasn't I? It's okay if you get angry from time to time. I definitely said some things that were out of line. But how would you have known to say? You're not a licensed psychologist. And you don't self-harm, so it's not as though you know the exact things to say to me. I mean, I could have not said some things too. If I'd given it some thought before speaking, I could have realized that some of my words were hurtful to anyone, not just to a self-harmer. For instance, I shouldn't have said that other people had problems too. That's true. When you said that, it seemed to invalidate my own issues. It minimized my suffering. Yeah, like other people have problems too, so you should just suck it up and deal with it? See, I definitely did not mean to have invalidate you. What was something else I said? Oh, shoot. How would you feel if I did this? Oh, yeah. I think I actually said that a couple of times. Actually, could you explain why it's so bad to say that? Alright. It's likely not obvious to someone who isn't too familiar with the thoughts behind self-harm. Dude, they're actually communicating. This is so good. I believe the best way to put it would be saying that guilt trips me. It makes me feel worse about myself because it makes me that much more aware of how self-harm affects others around me. And then it makes me feel like cutting even more. It's a bit of a cycle where that makes me feel terrible, which makes me cut, which then makes me feel even worse, which leads to my cutting again, etc., etc. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It's okay. Now you know. Now that you say it, it seems so obvious though. Hindsight is 20/20, I suppose. Yeah, guess so. Man, I wish I hadn't spoke about without thinking so much. I'm especially sorry for the ugly mess comment. Yuri looks down at her arms. They're covered by her sleeves right now, of course, but I can imagine the scarring underneath the cloth. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought she was gonna... No, we're still good. We're still good. Well, you're right. Huh? They are ugly. Well, to be honest, there was a time when I liked the way they look. But that was at a time when I was in an even worse state of mind, if you can believe it. I'm guessing it might have been around the time of her parents' death. Quite simply, I'm disfiguring myself. And if I feel like I deserve to be disfigured. It's like self-harm allows me to externally show how I feel on the inside. I don't really know what to say to that. I feel the need to punish myself for making mistakes and things like that. The first time I cut my arm, I was almost mesmerized by the blood flowing down my skin. It felt strange seeing my arm marred like that, but in a way it felt right. Yuri, you don't have to say anything. I know you probably don't know what to say. He's got that right. Even so, I hope you know that when I said that, I was mad at the self-harming itself, not at you, if that makes sense. I understand. Sorry if this is too soon, but I don't know a good way to ask this. Oh, okay. Come on, please. There was still an hour after the fight. You didn't do anything too bad to yourself after our argument, did you? Sorry for asking so clumsily. I really don't know how I can breach a topic in a sensitive way. It's alright. The scratching helped take the edge off a lot, so I didn't do anything worse than what I usually do. I still can't believe I did that in front of you. All my thoughts and emotions just suddenly overwhelmed me. It was almost as if a physical pressure was building up within me. I see. Damn, I can't imagine. Well, I'm glad that you can't imagine it. You know what you said about not trying to change myself? Sorry for that too. No, it's fine, to be honest. I don't think I've actually been trying all that much. We chose all the options that did let her change. Sometimes a wave of motivation comes over me that makes me want to change, but that doesn't happen too often. I'm scared of how it'll be when I don't have self-harm to help me feel in control again. That physical pain, It's something that I can understand and manipulate myself. Something that has a definitive end. It's the way that I have always coped. It's not often that something makes me feel like discarding that. You did talk a bit about this before, I think. It was probably the first time I came over to your house. I suppose I did. In the end, I suppose I don't want to change. Yuri, come on, you might say that, but you have changed already. She gives me a questioning look. You become more confident in yourself when you speak to others, for one thing. Remember when you never even felt like saying hi to Natsuki before? Okay, so I did choose the right options. Oh, thank God. Ah! And look at you right now. You're opening up to me about this stuff. Sure, you may still have your flaws, but that alone shows that despite what you tell yourself, you're willing to change. So change isn't all that bad, right? Ah, you're right, as usual. You don't deserve all this, Yuri. Please trust me when I say that. And I wouldn't lie to you about that either. Okay. Thank you, Tomo. I slowly sneak my hand over to touch Yuri's. Surprisingly, she actually grabs my... Hold on. No, oh my God. Surprisingly, she actually grabs my hand in response. It feels freeing to talk about this with you. Is it really okay for me to burden you with this? Of course, what kind of person would I be if I don't support my loved ones? Thank you. Anyway, no one's perfect, as you both know by now. If you're willing to forgive me, then I definitely think you should be able to forgive yourself, if that makes any sense. You don't have to be the perfect girlfriend because there's no such thing. Oh God, I just remembered. Rich reminds me, please tell me when you're uncomfortable with anything, Yuri. It's kind of an awkward subject to broach, but I've got to address it. If you don't want to do oh, there we go. If you don't want to do something, like if you don't want to be intimate at the moment or anything, you can always just say no. No one has the right to demand of anything of you in that way. There will never be hard feelings about it if you say no, because you don't owe anyone sex or whatever. Sorry, I just didn't know what to do at the moment. There were so many expectations and worries clouding my mind that I just forced myself. But don't worry, I don't blame you or anything. Yuri, you don't have to apologize. She's so cute. I can't. Again, I'd never get mad at you if you turned intimacy down. In fact, isn't it better if we're both happy and willing to do something? Yes, I know that now, but that wasn't the case at that time. Either way, thank you for bringing this up. To be quite honest, it was weighing me down a bit, but I wasn't sure of how to bring it up without turning into an awkward mess. It's comforting to confirm that it's okay if I don't force myself. Yeah, it's definitely a subject that had to be addressed. At any rate, whatever happens, I'll try to support you as my girlfriend. That is, if you still want to call yourself that. Please? Please? Yes, I don't think I'm much inclined to breaking... I can't... Oh my God. I'm breaking up with you. Especially not after you've been so kind and understanding towards me. Well, I guess I meant to ask if you needed to go on a break or not. I definitely get that you might want some space, so... Well, it is nice being able to speak on my own terms and knowing that I could take my time about things. To think by myself. But I also know that I still love you. Oh, so would it be alright with you if we just took it slowly? Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't have expected everything to go back to normal after just one conversation anyway. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting her to want to stay with me. The bell suddenly rings, startling us out of our quiet discussion. Oh, I don't think we even ate. Geez, we really lost track of time, huh? We hardly even ate. We were so busy talking. Well, I'm definitely glad we had this conversation. I think it helped me understand you a lot more. And I'm glad I was able to work on my communication. Man, I guess we better get to class for now, but I'll meet you at the usual place to walk to the club together, okay? Okay. See you then, Domo. Oh, I feel lonely now. And once again, thank you. They're gathering up before they head to club together. Aww. I gotcha. My mood has seriously lifted from how I felt these past few days. Ironic, considering the dark subject matter that Yuri and I talked about during lunch. But it just feels nice knowing that someone I love trusts me enough to talk about these things. And it's definitely gladdening to be able to resolve a conflict peacefully and come out of it a better person. I would agree. I've given the MC shit but that's because, okay, I'm gonna separate these two because they're obviously different. It's different routes or different paths. Bad end MC, like there's a reason it led to a bad end. That was just the dumbest shit I've ever had to like see. And the things that came out of our mouth were just unbelievable. I think that's why I was so conflicted with at least the lines. Like I'm fine if like, oh, there's a bad end in the game, but some of the dialogue that came out of our mouths during that and the way reading them just pained me. I still worry about Yuri, of course, but now I feel more hopeful about our future together. Taking a glance at Yuri, who's sitting beside me, I catch her eye and offer her a smile. This is so... Oh, man. She smiles softly back in return and then turns her attention back to the book in front of her. I could definitely see her fighting through all her problems in her way. But for now, we're back in a companionable silence that so often settles between us. To me, it's an indication that things can get better again. Okay, everyone. Monika's announcement once again startles me out of my reverie. We all know that school's ending this week, right? Ooh, summer vacation. Can't wait to do nothing all day. Ha, everyone could probably relate to that. Anyway, I was thinking, how about we meet up outside of school during the summer to hang out? That sounds like a great idea, Monika. Probably would have wanted to see you guys throughout the summer anyway, heh. After all, we're not just a club, we're all friends. Well, if you all insist, I'd be open to hanging out. Jeez, Natsuki, you don't have to be so coy about it. Hey, speak for yourself. In my case, I'd definitely be down for a little club trip. Me too. It'd help keep me out of the house. And I want to keep talking to everyone here. Everyone's changed. I love this. Let's decide it then. Let's meet up this Saturday after school officially ends, if that's alright with you all. We all unanimously agree. I catch Natsuki sneaking a smile at Yuri, but Natsuki only sticks her tongue out at me when I make eye contact. And they're friends. Looks like everything's as normal as it can get for now. Normalcy's underrated, anyhow. Okay, so this is nice. Everything's kind of gone back to normal, and then now we have a more happier Yuri, you know. But the thing is, I can't help but be like nervous when it says like looks like everything's as normal as it could get for now. Maybe I'm just reading. No, I'm reading it wrong. I guess I'm anxious that something, because I feel like a Doki Doki Literature Club, people will find any way to like just jump at you, like surprise you. But no, I think we're actually at a good end. I'm hoping. So it's so nice not to have to worry about academics. That's right. We're gonna be. Is this the day? I'm recording this on a different day. Sorry. It gives me all the more time to worry about my relationships instead. Ha! And speaking of relationships, I'm hanging out with Yuri today. Well, not just with her. It's a day of our club trip. Okay, so it is. I call it a club trip, but really we're just going to be walking around town. Strange to think that we haven't really all gone somewhere together as a group before. I know I noticed that. We pretty much only met up fully. Oh no, there was the holidays. We did for the holidays at least. But anytime we were out, usually we'd see like maybe Natsuki or Monika. It's always just one or two people from the club, not everyone at once. We're meeting up at noon. We're meeting up soon at a big intersection in the shopping district downtown, so I guess I should get ready by then. As I change out of my pajamas, I muse over my relationship with Yuri and how well it's going, because it's going perfectly well right now. And I wanted to stay that way, please. We definitely have more deep conversations about darker topics nowadays, but it's nice to be able to talk about those things. After our initial conversation that day, Yuri did seem to regress a bit in terms of her openness. She probably thoroughly rehearsed a lot of what she said that day. But it's not like zero progress was made. Yuri actually does tell me when things bother her more often. Oh, this is nice. Oh my god, this is so nice. I'm so happy. I've been saying that a lot, but oh god, this is so good. Well, she's usually really apologetic about it, but still, the fact that she even tells me these things is good progress. It's been a bit less than a week since our big conversation though, so there likely just hasn't been enough time for things to fully settle down yet. Anyway, it's not like she's going to be talking about this stuff much today, given how we'll be hanging out with the entire club. Unless, okay, I know I should just play through the game and see how it ends, but it'd be kind of cool to see, not cool, but I guess a relief if she confesses to everyone her issues, and then maybe like we have this wholesome ending of everyone, you know, supporting her, because that's what she was afraid of, that she would lose some of her closest friends if she told them what was happening. It'll be a nice change of pace, goofing off with everyone and laughing together. Suffice to say, I'm looking forward to our meeting today. So am I. It's way too hot today. The sun beats down mercilessly on me as I plod down the street. I'm sweating like crazy just from walking downtown despite only wearing a t-shirt and shorts. I hope the girls won't be able to tell how gross I am. I'm pretty sure there's already one person that always talks about how despicable you are. Is that the word? That's not the right word, is it? Disgusting. Well, even if I were super sweaty, I doubt anyone besides Natsuki would really... Yeah, okay. So you had the same thought. Would really mention it. They're all way too nice too. Although now that I think about it, Monika actually might tease me. It's not soon enough when I finally catch sight of the others. Looks like I'm last, as usual. Domo, there you are. Whoa, casual wear Monica. Not too bad. Not too bad. How do I hide this again? Damn. Eyes. Hell yeah. Took you long enough, and you pretty much only wear one thing outside of the house. Or outside of school. Hey, lay off me for a bit. It's too hot to walk quickly. Jeez, you should have left earlier then. Yeah, I live next to you, and I got here. Yeah, hold up. What time did... What, you didn't decide to go over... Actually, maybe it would have looked bad if we went over with Sayori. But then again, you know, we don't have that complication with Yuri anymore, I think. I think we've talked that out. But yeah, what the hell? We live right next door. How are we so late? Sayori, aren't you supposed to be on my side? Truly a horrific betrayal. It really is. Although, guys... Alright, guys, stop being such drama queens. Where do you want to go first? Maybe we should have planned this out a bit more. But where's the fun in that? We've got to be spontaneous. Yeah, Sayori's got the right idea there. We could try walking around a bit to see if there's anywhere we want to go. That sounds good to me. Okay, everyone, let's do that. I feel like it depends really on how quick thinking you are, but those are probably like the best trips or like best things to do is walk around and then just like wander. Like wandering around and just finding stuff that might grab your eye. Okay, everyone, let's do that then. We mill around for a bit, window shopping and chatting about nothing. Eventually, we find ourselves standing around eating ice creams. I find myself practically inhaling mine as the ice cream drips down the cone. Fwah! It's so refreshing to eat a popsicle on a hot day. This reminds me of how I spent summers as a kid. Selma and I used to always play at this one park with an ice cream vendor. Oh man, I remember what park you're talking about. Sounds like idyllic times. Perks of having childhood friends. Oh god. Wait, why is this awkward? Perks of having all childhood friends, I guess. Everyone's blushing. I haven't kept up with any of my own childhood friends either, so all those memories are relegated to the past for me. Oh, Monica. Sorry, Monica, you could be my childhood friend. Don't you guys have nostalgic for childhood places you like to visit? My parents used to bring me to a house in the countryside during the summers. Man, is your family rich or something? All I ever got was trips to the pool. And I never really liked the pool. Anyway, you know how nasty public pools can get? It's weird, like, thinking back on it now. Like, I think in this, besides COVID, I would not attend a public pool anymore. Like, the more horror stories you hear of... Plus, it's just a bunch of people. I mean, it should have hit me sooner that, like, going to public pools is fucking nasty. I don't particularly have anywhere nostalgic in the city either. My parents aren't really ones for randomly going out to the park or whatever. If that's the case, then why can't Doma and I show you our park so that we can make new memories for you here to look back on in the future? Hey, they can all be my childhood friends. Hells yeah. At least not Yuri, but the rest, childhood friends. Because you know why? Because they fucking lost. Hey. Because they weren't chosen. No, but really, how often does a childhood friend ever like end up winning the harem race? Race? Would you call it a race? Well, we're not doing anything right now, so I'm up for it if the rest of you are. Yeah, I'd be down to go. It would be nice to catch a glimpse of Domo and Sayori's fabled... Wow, she's even more open to this. Wow. Oh my god, this is fucking development. I love this. It would be nice to catch a glimpse of Domo and Sayori's fabled childhood friendship. If you guys want to go, I'm fine with it too. Well, that's that then. Lead the way, Sayori. Hooray! Let's go, Domo. Aha, I'm right behind you. It feels like I'm going back in time as I step into the park. I haven't been back here in a while and it looks much smaller than what I remembered. Here was a spot of countless adventures between Sayori and I. In my mind's eye, I can see two small children running around, one coral-haired one and one brown-haired one. It's kind of strange seeing both Sayori and Yuri here at once with me, like the past and future are colliding. So, this is it, eh? I think I've been here before, actually. Like, once with my mom. Huh, maybe we've seen each other as kids before, but we just don't remember it. What did I say? Everyone's my childhood friend. I wouldn't doubt it. Fate can be a fickle creature. I call that more of a coincidence than fate. Ahahaha. Well, I think I'd remember seeing a pink-haired girl here. Not many people have hair that distinctive. Sayori, your memory isn't even that good. You forget half the things I tell you. Hey, I remember the important stuff at least. It's nice being here, though. Sayori trots over to the swing set and plops down on a swing. The rest of us follow her. I end up leaning on a metal bar with Yuri while Monica sits on top of the bar. Come on, Natsuki, swing with me. I haven't gone on the swings for so long. Is it just me, or is like the swing's the only thing I like ever want to do at a park? I can't be bothered with the slide, the jungle gym and whatnot, but like you give me, if there's swings at a park, I will spend pretty much my entire time on the swings. Especially doing the like swinging back and forth and seeing how far you can jump off. I mean, sure, it's a pretty stupid thing to do because I mean you'll hurt yourself. I don't know what it is about swings. If I see a park without swings, I'm just bored. Natsuki obliges and gets on the swings besides Yuri. Soon, she's swinging back and forth at full force, her hair streaming through the air. You're like a kid again, Natsuki. You're so cute. Oh, that quick abrupt reaction. At that, Natsuki abruptly stops swinging with a skull on her face. I am not... I mean, I gotta say, though, she's pretty cute. Come on. You can't deny that. Even if you're a Natsuki hater, she's pretty cute. I'm not cute. I exchange dry smiles with Yuri as Monica rolls her eyes. Okay. Sorry for calling you kid. I mean, oh, that's right. She associates it with like childhood childish things. Sorry for calling you kid. I mean, I call myself one too, so I'm not trying to imply anything. But disregarding that, I wish I were as cute as you. Sorry, but I have to say it. Natsuki, why do you always pretend that you're not cute? Wait, is this like his indirect way of complimenting her? You gotta realize that you come off as really cutesy, right? You're seriously not fooling anyone. I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. Her like, come on. Like everything about her attire. Maybe that's just association, but like stereotypical association. But I mean, come on. I'm not trying to fool anyone. Who do you think I am? She kicks at the ground in frustration, jostling herself on the swings. Oh my god. Everyone's probably thinking in their head like, okay, you gotta calm down. We're just calling you cute. You're kind of making a big deal out of it. Well, it sure seems an awful lot like you are sometimes. It seemed that I could get a bit tired. Oh my god. She called her out for her actual act. Oh, that's so good. Hey, I'm sure Natsuki has her reasons. Oh, Yuri coming to her defense. Everyone has their own problems in life. Not that I'm implying that you have any particular problems, Natsuki. You guys are gonna drive me insane. You guys want to know why I'm cute? It's because I am feminine. I like cute and pretty things. My favorite genre of manga is romance. Is that so freaking weird? Her face is so surprised at that. We didn't say there was anything wrong with you being cute. We were just questioning why you protested so much. My mind suddenly flashes back to that one day long ago when Natsuki and I hung out together and talked about this over boba. Is it because you wanted to look strong? Cool? Whoa, okay. Okay, mood switch up. Okay, yeah, I wish the music would kind of fade out. It's a bit sudden. Looks like she's surprised I remembered what she said. I feel like she might be regretting opening up that one time now. Well, what's wrong with that, huh? Doesn't everyone want to be cool and strong? I can't think of any situation where being cute and weak is better than cool and strong. But you can be cute and strong, can't you? Not if you're a tiny girl like me. I like being cute, but I need to be strong. Need? Yeah, need. You guys probably don't know this, but it's just my dad and me at home. My mom's not in a place to help us. Oh my god, wait. I wonder if Natsuki and Yuri might bond over this. That sounds really like kind of messed up. It's like, oh, they both have messed up families. Oh shit. Me saying it out loud makes it sound worse. Sorry. My mom's not in a place to help us right now. The fire in her voice dies down at the mention of her mom, but picks right back up as soon again as she continues her rant. Things are rough, so I have to be strong for the sake of my family. I can't be some silly little girl anymore who doesn't have a care in the world. I shouldn't be wasting time and money buying manga. My dad hasn't been doing so well ever since my mom died. I shouldn't even be here hanging out with you guys. Our shop needs all the help it can get. Natsuki sighs here, fiddling with her swings chain. I'm just selfish. I can't help wanting to be a normal high schooler. Life's so unfair. Sayori reaches out to gently touch Natsuki's arm. It's okay, Natsuki. I get it. You do? There's a slightly dubious expression on Natsuki's face. And to be honest, I'm curious about how Sayori can relate too. There's a reason why I act all sunshine and rainbows all the time, you know. For a moment, it seems like Sayori and Monica telepathically communicate something with each other. Whoa, what? It's because I want everyone around me to be happy too. So even if I don't feel like smiling or if I'm unhappy, I still smile for everyone else. Oh god, she's so wholesome. Even if I don't want to wake up in the morning and face the world, I still smile. Plus, I don't want to burden others with my problems. Sorry, I didn't know. Why didn't you tell me this? I'm supposed to be your best friend. That's why I couldn't tell you, Domo. But how was I supposed to help? It's not your responsibility to help every single person you come across. Besides, I did talk to Monica about stuff, so... Yep, and I'm glad you came to me. It's hurt his feelings like, I'm your best friend, you should have told me. Yep, and I'm glad you came to talk about it, Sayori. And even more glad that you were able to talk about it to everyone else too. Everyone's kind of confessing their troubles here. Yeah. Oh, she's gonna cry. No, 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 don't tear up. Don't, please, no. I can't. Don't cry. I suddenly feel incredibly guilty that I wasn't able to be there for Sayori. How could I have been so clueless that I couldn't even tell when Sayori wasn't happy? Sayori, I've been telling you all my problems this whole time, though. In fact, I've gone on and on about loneliness and my parents' divorce to all of you before. That's not the right too, is it? Given that, wouldn't it only have been right to help you in return? That's alright. You're just more expressive than a lot of people, Domo. Am I? Yeah, you kinda are. Sometimes you say things that are so emotional that make me cringe. Cringe. Hey, what the heck? I only got emotional with you guys like once, right before the festival. Seriously? Then I guess my opinion of you was coloring my memories. What kind of opinion does she have of me? Yuri, am I emotional? I don't know if you're particularly emotional, but you are quite expressive. That's a good thing in my opinion, though. It's nice to have not to have to guess what you're feeling. I guess you're the perfect match for Yuri in that way, Tomo. Yuri wouldn't have to worry about you ever hiding your feelings from her. Oh, you have no idea. No idea in a different timeline that I have seen and never want to go back to ever again. I don't know if you guys are complimenting or insulting me. Just take it however you want. Heh. Compliment or insult. I appreciate you at least. Oh, thanks, Yuri. Yuri smiles gently at me and puts her hand on top of mine. I feel like you've definitely changed my life for the better. I think that's an exaggeration. Well, it feels that way to me. Oh, we're just being all romantic in front of them. This is kind of cringe. You were standing by me nearly every step of the way, encouraging me at all the right times and comforting me in the dark ones. Even my social anxiety, it's not completely gone, of course, but you've helped me talk to others and face that anxiety head on. Back then, I might have even turned down a group hangout like this out of anxiety. It's good to have someone force you to do things you don't want to do. And you were the first one I was able to tell about my parents. Oh shit, that's right. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Oh my god, it's happening. Your parents? Yes, although I don't know how similar our circumstances are. I think I understand your sentiments too, Natsuki, because I've lost my own loved ones. Feeling weak when there's a blatant need for strength. If you don't mind my asking, when? Long enough for the pain to fade into the background. Yuri looks down, twirling a strand of hair through her fingers. But to be honest, I don't think the pain's ever going to fully leave me. Sometimes I forget that they're gone and call out for them on impulse. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Call out for them on impulse. And when I realize once more that they're gone, the waves of grief roll over me again. Yuri, don't worry, I get you. The two girls smile sadly. Oh, I love this. This is so good. The two girls smile sadly at each other. I'm sorry, Yuri. I was seeing so Yuri tear up, man. If you ever need to talk, thank you. I'm grateful to all of you for being understanding. You shouldn't feel sorry either. It's not your fault. I know, but I wish you hadn't had to go through that. Your parents must have been great people to raise someone like you, so I wish I could have met them too. They were great people. Yuri sighs quietly and looks down at her hands. I don't doubt that it must have been difficult for her to reveal this to everyone. I think she's gonna stop there. I don't think she's gonna get too far into her situation, but you know, this is great. Everything's a start. I like that. It's like baby steps, you know. And if this is where the game ends, it gives you that, I guess, imagination that this does go further than beyond whatever's being revealed here, which is great. Thanks, Yuri, for sharing that with us. Of course, it seems like we're all opening up to each other today. I'm certainly glad that we've all grown this close. Me too. Only thing is, we haven't heard Monika's just gonna be like, oh yeah, me, I got rid of all of you guys and I kind of kept the guy to myself and everything. In a different world. If we're all sharing, I guess it's Monika's turn now, right? And as if she were thinking the same thing, Monika finally speaks up. Thanks for today, guys. It's been nice getting to know everyone even more. Kind of funny how much closer. Wait, does she not have a story? Guess we'll have to find out in her route. We've all gone in a single semester. Yeah, I guess we didn't really do too much last semester. Feel free to give me all the credit for getting everyone closer. You wish. If I had to pinpoint the moment that we started creating a sense of camaraderie, I'd say it was when we started sharing poetry. Sounds about right to me. Alright, so basically you want to get closer with people, just write poetry. Wow. How typical. The festival probably helped too. It was our first group project type of thing, wasn't it? I guess having to rely on each other really helped bring everyone together. Haha. Does that mean there's actually a reason that teachers give group projects? Besides making us suffer, I mean. So you're usually one of the slackers in group. Calling me out in front of them. How dare you? Hey, how do you know I haven't changed? We haven't been in the same class for a while, you know? I think you've changed at least a bit in that regard. There's a moment of light chuckling from us all. It's been fun laughing and chatting with you all today. You guys are my first close friends. Well, besides Shiori. I raised my eyebrows at her. Seems kind of hard to believe considering how popular Monica is. Okay, I mean, I do call other people friends, but they're actually more like acquaintances. Sometimes when I talk to people, it's like I dissociate myself from myself and just see myself talking to them. I kind of feel like an alien sometimes. Or maybe a robot, like I'm just built to do all these things, but not to actually cultivate my own desires or emotions. I could definitely see Monica being a robot. Honestly, most of the times when I laugh, I don't actually feel like laughing on the inside. Monica. And I'm well aware that there are people who hate me too, or who think that I look down on them. Little Miss Perfect, right? You shouldn't pay them any attention, Monica. Most of those people are likely just jealous of your accomplishments. After getting to know you, I can testify to the fact that you're warm and kind-hearted. Yeah, same here, and I don't say that about everyone. Monica smiles sadly at us. Oh, but to be honest, it's true. Oftentimes, I do find myself looking down on other people. Wow. Huh? It's not that I want to be a pretentious princess, it's just that I'm trained to need to be perfect, I guess. I know that it's impossible to actually be perfect, but like, I can't fathom not getting straight A's, for instance. I legitimately cannot imagine myself ever failing a test or even losing my spot as a top student. My own mother called me a failure when I got a B. Nah, you're just Asian parents. When I got a B plus in elementary school. No A, disowned. Monica stares into the sky, her voice monotonous. You know how my parents reacted when I mentioned not taking over the family business? They laughed and said that they hadn't raised me to become mediocre trash. Trash, failure, literal human garbage. That's what I would be if I weren't perfect. No ifs or buts. It's a black and white world for me. This life isn't one I chose myself. Every single thing has been plotted out for me by my parents. Oh, she has those type of... that's rough. Once you like try and control like your every action. Well, except for you guys. Monica, to be honest, your parents sound like crazy tiger parents. I guess they are. I mean, they give me food and a place to live in, and they pay for all my lessons and stuff, so I can't complain. They just love to brag about me to their friends. Even so, that sounds like an unhealthy relationship. Well, I had to put in work to pay them back for raising me, right? But it sounds like they can be really harsh too. Yeah, when they're mad at me, they can be pretty domineering. The thing is, I feel like you should. That's what people think, right? Like just because they're your parents and stuff. But I feel like you should be able to call them out on if they're being like too abusive, and it's rough when you don't have a lot of control or power, because it's basically like you can't talk back or you can't criticize them. But I feel like that's just, I don't know, what Yuri said. It's very unhealthy. You should be able to like talk things out and compromise. I guess you could say that my parents have mastered the carrot and stick routine. Jeez, are you sure you're okay, Monica? And I'm sure if I went through each of their routes, these are probably the issues that it would linger on. Oh, then in that case, I wonder if like say I did sorry, for instance, that means Yuri might have gone further in her explanation of what's happening. Yeah, don't worry about it. If it gets to be too much for me, I'll say something, probably. Anyway, speaking of parents, it's actually getting kind of late, so we should probably get home soon. The sunlight's certainly been orange tinted for a while now, with the soft breeze growing chillier by the minute. Ah, yeah, my dad's gonna be pissed if I take too long to get back. Are you guys gonna be able to get home alright? I just want to walk you home, come on. Who do you think we are, 9-year-old kids? Of course we will. Hey, I just meant that it'd be night and all. Ha, thanks for your concern though, but I think we'll be fine. I have a train to catch anyway, so the station's gonna be pretty crowded. Yuri, what about you? Want me to walk you home? I wouldn't want... Oh my god, and she's even okay with this. This is... Oh my god. I wouldn't want you to go out of your way after all. You could easily walk home with Sayori. No, it's fine. Jeez, if you're so worried about her, I can walk back with Yuri. Ah. Are you sure? I wouldn't want... I said I would, didn't I? It's fine. Just take it, Yuri. That's Natsuki's way of being clingy. Hey, I'm not clingy. You guys are hilarious. It's nice to be able to hang out with a bunch of cute high school girls, isn't it, Domo? Yes, it is. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Sorry, that's... Okay, I'm going... I need to calm down. I give Monica the side eye as she smirks at me. Come on, sorry. Let's go before Monica says any other weird things. Only teasing. Yeah. We all linger for a few moments to say our goodbyes, but soon scatter as the wind begins cutting through us. It really is getting dark pretty quickly. I guess our conversation took longer than I thought. I guess that makes sense though. Sensitive topics usually take a while to talk through. And to be honest, I'm kind of emotionally drained from our discussion. The club has gone far though. I hardly expected to be having conversations this intense with the girls when I first joined. It's nice to have close friends though, and especially nice to have a girlfriend like Yuri. Yeah, I bet, man. I'm so fucking jealous. If only she was real. Somehow, I feel like today's an indication that things will be alright from now on. And then boom, depression DLC. For the good end. That'd be hilarious. I mean, that wouldn't be hilarious. What am I... Fuck, what is wrong with me? Man, I can't remember the last time I slept so heavily. This is one of those rare days where, rather than feeling fatigued from sleeping so much, I'm instead aware of how deeply I slept. The powers of emotional exhaustion. To be honest, it was kind of unexpected that we ended up talking so much about ourselves yesterday. Who knew that everyone was so messed up? What the fuck? I probably shouldn't be joking around about this stuff, even in my own thoughts. Yeah, man, that's... What the hell? It is kind of interesting how we've all dealt with such heavy things before, though. Well, I already kind of knew about Natsuki's troubles, and I definitely knew about Yuri's. But Monica's was a pretty big surprise. I always knew she was pressured, but not to that extent. And Sayori. What had she said again? She didn't tell me because I'm her best friend? God, I can't believe that I've missed all these little hints and signs about Sayori's problems. Can I even call myself her best friend at this point? I mean, didn't you guys like disconnect for like a good couple years? An impulse to call her up and ask her to hang out suddenly rushes through me. You know what? I might as well. The phone ends up ringing for a while before Sayori picks up. Hello? Hey Sayori, what's up? Sleep? A tired yawn breaks through Sayori's speech. Isn't it noon already? Is it? Yeah, good thing I woke you up before you slept through the whole day away, right? At this rate, you're going to sleep through the rest of the summer, actually. Huh, what's wrong with catching up on beauty sleep? I mean, I guess nothing's wrong if you're trying to be sleeping beauty. Wow, did you call it just to tease me? Heh, you wish, but I actually wanted to call to ask you if you want to hang out today. Actually, we could probably eat lunch together right now if you wanted. What's the occasion? Nothing, I just felt like hanging out, like old times, you know? Okay, give me 30 minutes to get there. Alright, I'm leaving the door unlocked for you. What if someone just comes in between then? Mom is seriously always on top of things when she's at home. There's always enough leftovers in the fridge to satisfy my hunger, as long as I cook my own rice to go with it. But it's not like cooking rice is a difficult feat. I don't know how I can go back to eating that random trash by myself. If Yuri and Mom combined their cooking powers, they'd probably be able to take over the restaurant industry. The rice shouldn't take too long to cook, and all I have to do is microwave the leftovers for side dishes. So, I guess I'm all set for lunch with Sayori now. Nothing to do but twiddle my thumbs and wait. You know what? I might as well check up on Yuri while I wait. Hello? Domo. Hi. How are ya? I'm alright, just wanted to check in on you. Yesterday must have been pretty emotionally taxing on you, right? Like, to reveal such a painful part of your past. Thank you for thinking of me. Actually, you're not the only one who wanted to talk to me about things. Oh, what do you mean? I'm actually with Natsuki right now. Wow, they're like besties. Besties! Huh? Wait, what? Really? Yeah. That's kind of a surprise, to be honest. Really? But I've been her friend for a while now. Hold up. When did you start hanging out with Natsuki so much? On days we weren't hanging out, you realize I have my own life too, right? Jeez, you must really be hanging out with Natsuki if you're starting to get snarky. Ugh. Don't worry, I'm just joking. I really shouldn't be surprised given how I've been watching you change all this time. Yes, well, as it turns out, Natsuki and I have more in common than we first thought. And she can relate to me in many ways. So we decided to talk about these things with each other today. I hear a high-pitched muffled voice from the other end. Yes, it's Domo. I don't think... There's There's a slight scuffling sound followed by a familiar sounding voice. Domo, you're way too clingy. Can't you go one day without calling your girl? I just wanted to... I'm bored. I'm checking on her. Bruh. If anything, it's my girlfriend. I take priority. Of course, I roll my eyes. Hi, Natsuki. Sounds like you're having fun with Yuri. You bet we are. Without you. Yeah. Good thing I don't have a fear of missing out. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi. Here, Yuri. Ah, Domo. I hope Natsuki didn't tease you too badly. Come on. I can take whatever she dishes out. The two of you are quite amusing, you know? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? All nothing. Anyway, I'm glad you have someone to talk to about everything with. It's nice, to say the least. I can imagine so. Looks like the conversation's starting to peter out. Anyway. Oh yeah, I'll let you go now. Wouldn't want to interrupt you and Natsuki for too long after all. It's no bother, really. It's fine. See you, Yuri. Goodbye, Domo. Right as I tap the end call button, the doorbell rings. What? Perfect timing. Pulling open the door, I'm greeted by the bright smile of a tussle-haired girl. The hell, inviting another girl to your home without your girlfriend there, bro? I'm just kidding. It's okay. Hey, Sayori. Hi, Domo. It's been a while since I've come over. Has it? I don't know, but it feels like it. Sayori suddenly sniffs the air. Oh, is that a home-cooked food I smell? You betcha. Let's get in and dig into the food before it gets cold. Thanks for the meal. And she eats all of it. I'll watch amusedly as Sayori shovels rice into her mouth. Sayori, is this your last meal or something? She swallows with some difficulty before speaking. Meanie, I just haven't had your mom's cooking in such a long time. Did you put something in the rice, by the way? Yeah, I put in a bit of sesame oil. It's something I picked up from Yuri. It really makes the rice that much more flavorful. I think I'm going to start doing it. I think I can't stand sesame oil anymore because I think someone cooked something. I can't remember who it was, whether it was my mama or my sister or someone. Someone put a lot of sesame oil on something, and I just like... I never got sick of a taste so fast before. Just be careful about adding too much. You don't want to have too much oil in your diet, especially with your current habits. Hey, what do you mean my current habits? You know, your junk food addiction. What? I do not have a junk food addiction. Do you too? I've seen the wrappers in your bag. Wow. What about your bag, huh? It's always stuffed full of bread wrappers. You've got me there. Heh, Sayori 1, Domo 0. Why don't I have any points? Shouldn't it be Sayori 1, Domo 1? Sayori sticks her tongue at me, causing me to chuckle. Man, we should start eating lunch together again. It's always a laugh with you. I do try my best. Suddenly, I'm reminded of what... Oh, he's gonna go deep. Suddenly, I'm reminded of what she said yesterday. Do you? Huh? Do I what? Honestly, I'm not sure if she's genuinely confused or faking it to avoid confrontation. Do you always try to make me laugh? Well, not just me, but everyone in general, too? I guess so. Why wouldn't I want to see my friends laugh? Sorry, you know what I mean. Are you happy with yourself? Or are you happy yourself, Sayori? I know you're always trying to make others happy, but from what you said yesterday... Well, it sounds like you might be putting on a bit of a mask. At the troubled look... Oh, okay. Oh, please, I don't want... It continues. We can make someone else... I don't want to see, like... go down a dark route or anything. Hopefully this doesn't get too intense. At the troubled look on Sayori's face, I hastened to clarify myself. Not to imply that you're always faking your personality or anything. I just mean that you might be acting happier than you feel. Well, I guess that's basically what you said yesterday, right? Seriously, I don't know how it never occurred for me to ask about your own happiness. To be honest, I think I took you for granted, and for that, I'm sorry. Domo, you don't have to apologize to me every time we meet up again. Shoot, I really have been doing that. It's okay, I don't mind it too much. So, you do mind it at least a little bit then? Yeah. Looks like Sayori accidentally let too much slip out. She looks down at her food, poking bits of vegetables around with her chopsticks. You better eat it. If you're not comfortable with it, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's just that... I don't know. Her chopsticks stabbed through a carrot, grinding it down into mush. Sayori, it's okay for you to talk to me about your problems. God knows I've told you too many of mine over the years. It's in no way burdens me. In fact, I want to hear about things that bother you because I want to try to help you as a friend. At the end of the day, you don't have to if you don't want to, but just know that I'm here to listen. Thanks, Domo. You're really good at comforting people, you know. Only sometimes. Yeah, we don't really have a knack for it, really. There's too much evidence of that. Eh. A slow sigh escapes from Sayori's lips. Well, you're right. Sometimes I feel like I give so much of myself, but don't get anything in return. But then I realize that I'm selfish and that I shouldn't be looking at my relationships as if they were transactional. Sayori, it's perfectly fine to feel bad about getting taken for granted. Relationships are a two-way street, right? Both sides should be putting in just as much work as in the friendship. It's totally normal to feel unhappy or dissatisfied too. No one can be happy 24/7. I guess so. There's a brief silence as Sayori anxiously twists her chopsticks around in her hands. All I want to do is see others happy, but why can't I be happy too? Sayori, I don't know what extent Sayori's unhappy, but I also kind of feel like I shouldn't pry. Is there anything I can do to help? I didn't want to see you faking your smile. I want to see your genuine grin from when we were kids. Wow, all of a sudden it just feels like he really knows how to talk to women, or even to his friends. This is such a different MC from how it went in Yuri's bed en route. Although it's not like I can really tell when she's faking it. Aha! Sayori smiles wryly at me. To be honest, I don't know if you can help or not. I think just offering support is good enough for now. Are you sure? I feel like I should be doing more. It's alright, Domo. Besides, I've been relying on Monica for help too, you know. Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioning that. I didn't know that you were that close to Monica, by the way. Well, we weren't too close in the beginning, but we started to hang out more in the club as time went on. Wasn't it like the original game at the end of when everything sort of went back to normal, and then Sayori also ended up being like a bit crazy or something? I can't remember. And you know how perceptive Monica can be. She kind of noticed when I was feeling off. Yeah, and I couldn't. Yeah, because you're the MC. You're supposed to not notice. So I ended up talking to her about it, and that's about it. Well, I'm glad she was there for you at least. Yeah, I'll have to admit that it did feel good being able to finally voice my inner thoughts. I can imagine so. A quiet lull falls between us. It's not an uncomfortable one though. It's more like a moment where we can both stay lost in our own thoughts. Sayori slowly starts nibbling at her food again, and I end up following suit. Despite the silence, I'm still enjoying her presence and stuff. So nice. And so, Shiori like freaking stole my bread. Isn't she the class rep? Yeah, but I guess that's not something that'll stop her. The dishes have long been cleared away, leaving us to chat away at the kitchen table just like old times. I'm proud to note that I've been able to make Sayori cry with laughter more than once in these few hours that we've been together. My own stomach aches with laughter as well. Looks like my abs are getting a good workout. I wish I were in your class. It sounds like so much fun. Ha! It's mostly Shiori and Emi who get into wacky hijinks. We're lucky that Sakurai is such a chill teacher. Doesn't your class ever have funny moments? Kinda. Our class rep is sort of strict though, so he stops us from messing around too much. Man, that would suck. Speaking of class, have you finished your summer homework yet? No! Aha! Domo, you're so funny! Have you started on yet? She just fucking turned the question on us. Who do you think you are? No. Exactly. Fair point. We're probably gonna end up panicking together at the last minute and rushing to finish it the day before school starts. Probably. Well, I might not need to do my homework today, but I actually have some chores I need. Yeah, that's what I always say. Yeah, you ever like give yourself chores? Like that sounds so weird to say. Give yourself chores just to like get out of homework with the excuse being like you can't finish your assignment or whatever unless like the room is clean or if the laundry's been done or the dish. Like it's so funny that I do that. I don't know if anyone else. Maybe I'm just weird. That's normal. I feel like most people do that. It's like, oh, everything needs to be cleared out of my head before I can start doing any type of schoolwork or assignment. So in other words, you're going to abandon me for now. It sounds so sad when you say it like that. That's because it is a tragedy, Sayori. Oh, you're just being a drama queen. Put my hand to my heart, feigning offense. Seriously though, my parents are gonna get really mad if I don't finish them by today. I've been putting them off for a while. Isn't it really your fault then? Hey, if you say it like that, but it's true, isn't it? Jeez, I'm just gonna leave then. Putting on a pout, Sayori starts gathering up her things and heading to the door. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Huh. Bye, Domo. And in a moment, I'm alone again. Bro, you need to like get Yuri to move in. Honestly, I'm kind of proud of myself for being able to talk so openly with people about these issues. If only he knew. Ha! Don't get a big head now, Domo. But it's been nice talking to Sayori about both serious and silly matters. There's definitely a lot more going on with her than may appear on the surface. Sorry, I'm recording this at night and I'm kind of tired, but I had to finish this. I need to see how it really ends. Man, I really need to start hanging out with her more again. Although I still have to attend my beloved girlfriend too. Even my thoughts have grown cheesy. Whatever, let's just send a quick text to see how Yuri's doing. Still out with Nat? I only have to wait about half a minute before I get a reply. Boy, am I glad that Yuri's a fast replier. Wow, he really caught a lucky. He's lucky. He got a good one. Imagine having someone in a relationship that doesn't take forever to respond. Or just not even just relationships, just people knowing, texting, talking with people who reply fast. Like, I get it, yeah, you could be busy, but Jesus Christ, if you leave me on read, and then you don't respond to me after. I'm trying to see if I'm being a hypocrite. Have I done this to people? I don't think so. At least, yeah, I'm biased. Opening up my message. Opening up my messages app. I'm greeted by a blurry picture of what appears to be Yuri and Natsuki. Oh no, I'm getting cucked. Seems like Natsuki wants to take the picture, but Yuri was too camera shy to want to. Classic Natsuki and Yuri. Sorry, that was Nat. Lol, nah, it's cool. It's cool, fam. As I examined the picture more closely, I noticed a wrought iron fence behind them. Are you at this? Oh, are you at the cemetery? Yes, I wanted to show Nat my parents' graves. Dang, that must have been a pretty heavy visit. I just realized what the heck? On my stream preview, the text is on top of the phone. I don't know if it's showing up like that for you guys too. Okay, I have no idea what just happened. Me too. We actually talked quite a bit about our family situations. Apparently, she's got not too close to her father. Huh, I see. Well, don't let me ruin the fun. Make sure you get home safe later. Thanks. Nat's gonna walk me home, so. Lol, then you'll definitely be safe. Oh, that's right. What was that? That fucking Natsuki gorilla. That's true. Okay, see ya then. See ya. Wow, Yuri actually used text speak. I chuckled to myself as I put down my phone. Leaning back in my chair, I rubbed my eyes. I didn't actually do anything today, but somehow I still feel like I was productive. It's probably because I was able to talk to Sayori about her inner feelings and check up on Yuri. And as it turned out, both of them seemed to have plenty solid support groups at the moment. And who do we have? Nobody. Anyhow, it's kind of good to have a reminder that I shouldn't develop some kind of savior complex. But you're the main character. After all, it's not like everyone's life revolves around me. Or do they? Ha! I'm hilarious. I know, right? Funny. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. There's no way I'm their savior. Not everything about me, says the harem protagonist. I think that's what's so interesting about this mod, because it's almost has like the self-awareness to it being a harem, or I mean it is, which I kind of like. And then we get more in depth with the characters, which is great. We have more relationship building with the characters, I guess is why I'm enjoying it so much, you know, other than what I've experienced throughout the route. So we're hanging out with them still. How many times have we all gone out together this summer? Oh, come on, Domo, we haven't hung out that often. Probably just feels that way to him because he never comes out of his nasty gamer cave. My gamer cave. Hey, I mean, his room's pretty normy. Hey, that's uncalled for. Yuri, isn't it true? Well, Yuri, you're supposed to be on my side. If Yuri's not supporting you, then you're definitely in the wrong. I know, right? What am I without her? What? How am I in the wrong? You heard her, Domo. It's always the worst when everyone teases me at once. I think you mean it's the best. Right. By the way, Natsuki, where's that tea place you're always talking about again? Natsuki perks up right up when she hears the word tea. Oh, is it that one place that we stumbled upon her at? Tea, right? Like boba? Are we going for boba again? Yeah, you mean Hatoful tea? Haven't we been there before? Yeah, but it was just Natsuki, you and I who went there. Wow, so you guys excluded Yuri and me, huh? God, okay. No, they're different characters. No one's gonna feel bad here. Not on purpose. You guys were busy. Ha, only joking. So where is this fabled tea place? It's actually not that far. We should totally go. What kind of tea? Oh, that's right. Isn't she? I can't remember if she's a stickler for like just green tea, or if she like she enjoys every type. I can't remember. Well, it's a modern cafe, so it specializes in boba. A fleeting look of consternation passes over Yuri's face. Oh no, consternation. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound like she likes it. But I've heard that they also serve really good traditional teas. Oh? Yeah, I was surprised when I heard about it too, but apparently the reviews say that it's legit. Either way, I think you should at least try the boba though. Have you ever had any? I don't think so. What? Then what are we waiting for? Let's go. Let us go. I would love some boba right now. Ha, how could such a tiny girl move so quickly? It's just that you're out of shape, and now you're all sweaty and gross. That's not a good appearance to have in front of such a beautiful woman. Natsuki, we all are. You dragged us here at jogging pace. That's clearly an exaggeration. You were actually walking kind of fast. Okay. Why don't you guys look over the menu while you catch your breath then? That sounds good to me. Come on, Yuri. Let me show you my favorites. Natsuki grabs Yuri's hand. God, I just love how like close they are now. It's so... I've said it so many times, but I'm so happy. Natsuki grabs Yuri's hands and leads her over to the menu, happily cleaning away. They've seriously grown close over the summer. I wonder if Yuri could consider Natsuki her best friend. Looks like Natsuki's about to steal your girlfriend away from you, Domo, and you know, honestly, I wouldn't even be mad. We still have Sayori to fall back on. Is that messed up? I think that's like that was one of Yuri's fears, and like I just like put it as a side route. Yeah, you know, if Natsuki takes Yuri, I have a backup plan. Plan B. Is Monica a mind reader? They'd totally be incompatible as a couple. Or would they? That wink. I guess you have some competition now. Hey. Where's this conversation even going? Where is it? Soon enough, we're all sitting outside with plastic cups in hand. So, what do you guys think? Of the drinks, I mean. Still as good as I remember it. She's so eager to get us to try it. That's so cute. Same here. I can see why you come here so often, Natsuki. This is definitely one of the better boba places around the area. I know, right? And that's why my taste is undoubtedly the best. Don't get too smug now. What about you, Yuri? How's your drink? Unlike the rest of us, Yuri opted to order hot, traditionally made green tea. It's actually quite good. Better than I would have expected. Better than I would have expected from a place that doesn't... Okay, she caught herself. Whew. That doesn't specialize in traditional tea. I'm not really into that, so I guess I wouldn't really know. But you should still try some actual boba. Here, you can have some of mine. Oh my god, they're totally a couple. They're sharing drinks. What? Natsuki hands her drink to Yuri, fending off Yuri's weak protests. Tentatively, Yuri takes a sip, her eyes widen in surprise as she drinks, and she takes a moment to chew on the boba before giving her verdict. That's really good. It's sweet, but not too sweet. The light citrus undernotes cut through the sweetness. What a description. The actual tapioca balls add some interesting texture as well. They're quite chewy, but not in a bad way. Ha! I told you you'd like it. Haha, great analysis of Natsuki's drink, Yuri. That was pretentious of me, wasn't it? Nah, that was fine. I'd say that it shows how much you actually like it. I suppose so. Okay, everyone, I have a great idea. How about we all write poetry about food? Hells yeah, now that I can get behind. Monica, please don't add any extra homework to our summer vacation. I agree with that. Can't we say that until school starts? Yeah. You guys haven't even started on the summer homework yet, have you? No. Of course. Let's talk about something else. I concur. A few hours later, Yuri and I are waving goodbye to Sayori in front of my house. I can't believe you almost drank all of Natsuki's drink. I told you I had a sweet tooth. Don't worry, it was super cute. Yuri blushes and looks down as usual. She's bad at taking compliments. Come on, let's head inside. We're home. Sorry for the intrusion. Welcome back, you two. How'd your day go? It was pretty fun. We just walked around town with the others. Yuri here found a new favorite drink too. Oh, really? What is it? Boba. Oh, I remember drinking that all the time as a university student. That sounds like a university student. We'll have to go get some together sometime. That sounds lovely. I'll be looking forward to it. Although Yuri's still pretty formal with my mom, it's clear that she's warmed up to her. Yep, she's prepared. Just ring her, marry her already. Do we get a marriage scene? How far does this good ending go? Does it only get better from here? If only Yuri got rid of her sense of proprietary. Hey, you want to come up to my room for a bit? Hey, bro. Bro, not while your mom's home. What the hell? Man, this is risky. Another blush rises on Yuri's cheeks as she darts a glance at Mom. Oh, I'm sure. Don't worry, I'm not going to intrude on your couple time. Just don't forget to come down to help with dinner. I'm just dying to learn a new recipe from you, Yuri. I won't be late. Or will we? Phew, now that we're alone in my room, we can talk freely. So, how have things been? In terms of your mental health? Getting straight to the point, I see. Okay. Better than beating around the bush, right? That's true. At this point, it does make me feel less awkward about it when you're straightforward. It's been going well. There's a shy smile wavering on Yuri's face. That's good to hear. Have you self-harmed lately? I squeeze her hand as I ask the question. Oh my god. As I ask the question, it's still hard for her to talk about it, but we've both gotten a lot more used to discussing these topics. Not this week. Yuri, that's great. Sorry, I can't think of anything else to say that can express my happiness. To make up for my lack of words, I opt to kiss Yuri on the cheek. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god. She responds by leaning her head against me. Once again, I'm hit by the scent of lavender. The smell fetish strikes again. I'm hit by the scent of lavender shampoo. Thank you. Don't get your hopes up too high, though. I still have urges, just less frequently. Still, that's seriously good news. I'd throw you a 1-week clean party, but I know how much you dislike parties. You know me well. I swear I should have never let Natsuki teach you the art of sarcasm. Oh, oh my god. Now you know how I felt in the beginning when I could never tell you whether you're sarcastic or not. Yuri sighs a little in contentment. I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I met you too. Domo, I'm being serious here. I am too. I just can't stop grinning because you're with me. Oh my god, this is so sappy. I can't. Oh, Domo. She links our hands together, our fingers sliding together in a familiar embrace. This may sound completely and utterly trite, but, well, I believe that you can thank happy memories for my improved mental state. Huh? Really? Don't tell me you're talking about the power of love or something like that. No, that'd be quite silly. What I mean is that thinking back to all the happy memories I've shared with loved ones has helped distract me from my urges. Well, just distractions in general can serve to stave off the pain in my experience. Reading has definitely helped throughout the years, although I do find it particularly enjoyable when I can look forward to discussing my thoughts on a novel with someone. And I'm happy to provide a listening ear to your analysis. Yeah, I understand that. It's like you find someone to confide in reliably, and you're able to have a good time with each other. It's a nice feeling. Not even just relationships, just friends as well and stuff. Except I don't have those type of friends. As you should be. I've always so how would I know that feeling? You wonder. I've also been trying out some techniques that we researched together. Oh, you mean things like using a cold spoon to simulate a cut? Sorry, my curiosity got the best of me. I was wondering if I could compare them. Yes, they don't always work, but I suppose they help at least a bit. But in the end, I believe having recent happy memories was the most influential in assuaging my impulses. You already noticed, but before I opened up so much, I was much more pessimistic as a person. Honestly speaking, I thought that everyone else only tolerated my presence at most. Well, before I truly got to know them and their real feelings. I'd actually be genuinely surprised every time someone expressed a desire to keep me around. But now you know that everyone does want you around, right? Yes, I suppose so. All these memories I have of everyone laughing together has helped me to recognize that. Monica, Sayori, Natsuki, and you. Everyone's been so good to me. This is another one of those rare times when Yuri can't find the right word for his sentiments, and it's adorable. The club's truly been life-changing for both of us, huh? Yeah, I realize that. That's it. It's not so much like, oh, it's just main character helps a particular person in the harem get through her troubles. It's, if anything, okay, we've had our dislike of the main character, but he has changed throughout the route, which has been pretty cool. You know, he's still a bit dense. I'll give him that, but he's definitely a different person than where we started, which is good. It's development, it's character development, which I like. You could say that again. Hell, it even made me start writing poetry. By the way, Tanabata is a few weeks away. Tanabata. Oh, we're gonna have a festival episode. Let's go. Thought we're gonna have a beach one too, but guess not. Or no. Yeah, no, we only gathered together at the park. I think. I can't remember. What was that? Oh, that's right. No, we just hung out. I don't think, because I thought we were gonna go to the beach. It's a summer vacation after all. That's a festival in July where people write their wishes in the form of poetry on small pieces of paper and hang them on bamboo. I can see why Yuri was suddenly reminded of it. Oh yeah, they hold a festival nearby, don't they? Would you like to go together? Aw, that'd be lovely. I always found the legend behind Tanabata romantic. A pair of lovers separated by the Milky Way except for the one day that the festival falls on. Kind of a sad story though, isn't it? Yes, but I always found the bittersweet stories the most touching. Oh, speaking of poetry, I'd nearly forgotten about the poem I'd written for Yuri so long ago. However, I hadn't found a good time to give it to her until now, that is. Hold on, I have a surprise for you. Hopefully I didn't lose it. I rummaged through my desk drawer and breathed a sigh of relief once I spot the page I wrote on. Here, I wrote a poem for you a while back, dude. This is... It's cute, but it's also kind of like... It's cheesy, and I like it. It's just... I wrote a poem for you. Yeah, if you want to get to a girl's heart, poetry. It was after our Valentine's date, so I guess I was feeling some residual mushiness. Even he thinks it was cheesy. Sunset sweet. In the night I miss the sun. I think of you, the only one, to make me feel the way I felt that love-filled day. Our gazes that met at that spring sunset made a slow-burning fire rise up ever higher. The warmth of your lips was oh so sweet, a memory with which none can compete. And none should, because she's the one, right? It's like none can compete. It's like he's gonna compare. Be like, yeah, you still can't. No, it doesn't even compare to Yuri's. You're gonna have to pucker up a little bit better next time. Oh, thank you. I can't believe you wrote this for me. Well, I did write a poem for you basically a week after I met you, so you could definitely believe it. You know what I mean. She gently caresses my face with her hand. It's as small and dainty as ever. We simultaneously lean in and kiss for a moment that lasts an eternity. I don't want to stop when we break apart, but Yuri's the one who pulls away. Ah. Oh, we should really be helping your mother in the kitchen by now. Can we spend a little more time up here first? Don't, we promised her that we'd help. Come along now. Damn, why couldn't Yuri have learned to slack off from me? Oh well, I guess that's one of the reasons why she's so endearing to me. I mean, she carried over the sarcasm. I think I like that. Yeah. Smiling through a sigh, I get off the bed and join her in heading downstairs. I think the reason I'm still kind of nervous is because every time we hit a new intermission, you know, it feels like it's already ending. It feel that what we just went through just felt like an ending. You would think that's where it ends. And then so like, why does it keep going? Not that I'm complaining. I'm just wondering where will this route end up, because we've had the makeup scene where, I mean, like we made up and everything. We had that where we had a nice moment. You would think it would end by now. So why is it still? Oh no, are we gonna get in a car crash? Why am I so negative about this? I'm liking this, but also I'm nervous. So are you too excited for the festival? I remember writing wishes for Tanabata with my friends. I haven't gone to a festival in a while. Not since my parents were still alive, that is. Mom glances in the rearview mirror to meet Yuri's eyes for a moment. I hope you'll be able to do their memories justice by having a good time today then. I'm sure we will. As Mom and Yuri chat, I find myself lulled into a dazed, half-asleep state by the sound of the car engine. The fact that Mom knows about Yuri's parents is a mark of how far their relationship has come. They've definitely become a lot closer. I'm sure that Mom already sees Yuri as a kind of daughter. Yuri certainly comes around to my house enough these days for Mom to see her that way. I can only hope that Yuri's come to see her as a mother figure too. Like a mother-in-law? The streetlights outside blur by in a pale golden streaks as we drive through the neighborhood. It's a good thing that my mom's still able to work at home, otherwise Yuri and I would be walking outside in the cold. Domo! What? Didn't you hear us calling you? We're here. Ah, right. Sorry, I was falling asleep there. Ha ha ha. This should wake you up then. Mom opens the car door, causing me to immediately get blasted by the gust of cold night air. I'm instantly sent shivering. I guess that was as effective as a way to wake me up as any. Jeez, it's freaking cold out. We did tell you to bring a jacket, you know? No, too cool for jackets. I thought you guys were exaggerating. You know what they say about assumptions. Okay. Save the lecture for when we get back home, please. I suppose we better get going then. Stay safe, you two, and have lots of fun for me. Aw, Mom, you're not gonna join? Haha, sure thing, Mom. We shut the car doors, and after wow, that's nice. I like this artwork, the background. We shut the car doors, and after waving goodbye, we're left alone at the entrance to the festival. The bright lights of the festival starkly contrast the darkness out of the streets we've just been driving through. What's ordinarily a plain city street is now transformed by a multitude of colorful stalls and tables decked out overhead by glowing lanterns. Crowds of people from all ages mill about, chattering and yelling away happily to create a cacophony of noise. As we step into the throngs, the temperature difference is instantly noticeable. Here, the body heat of dozens upon dozens of people, along with the heat from food stalls, stoves warm up the night. Heavenly smells of frying foods waft through the air, causing my stomach to gurgle, expectant that funnily enough, I'm also feeling hungry, and my stomach also gurgled. Wonder what I should order later. Oh man, are you hungry? A bit. Everything smells delectable. I'm definitely going to blow all of my pocket money on food tonight. Good choice. You've been saving up for this for a while, haven't you? You bet I have. It's not every day I can indulge in this much junk food. Yeah, you're gonna die. Diabetes. Suddenly, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Eh? Oh, hey, Domo. Fancy meeting you here. How much of a coincidence. It's like every time like a character tries to go on a date with one character, you always happen to just see the entire like club and the school and everyone you fucking know and just meet up and cock block you from your good date and stuff. I'm not complaining. This is fine. This is nice. I'm sure it's fine. It's not like I just wanted to be alone with her. Hey Domo, fancy meeting you here. Behind me stand Monica, Sayuri, and Natsuki. It seems that they've just arrived too. What a coincidence. It's like fate. Well, this is a popular festival, so I don't doubt that we'll see other classmates as well tonight. I mean, okay, fine. That does explain it. What was I thinking? I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me being selfish. Josh, don't ruin the magic, Yuri. So you guys plan to come together too, eh? Yep, Tanabata is a festival related to poetry after all, so I decided to make this into a club trip. Why didn't we get an invite then? Idiot, you already mentioned that you were going with Yuri before. Oh yeah, yes I did. You and Yuri make such a great couple here. Be sure to take lots of pictures. Ah, thank you. Come on guys, let's not disturb these lovebirds any further. Now you guys are gonna spy on us, I know it. See you two later. The three girls soon disappear into the crowd, leaving Yuri and me alone again. Finally, no obstacles between myself and food. Man, I can't remember when I've had such a good okonomiyaki. God, that's such a mouthful. It's good though. I've had that. I don't know if anyone else has had okonomiyaki. It's like, I think, yeah, Japanese pancakes is the way they call it. It's pretty good. It's weird because it's like, at least the one I've had. I know there's like 2 different versions, right? It's like there's like a noodle version, I think, and then the cabbage. I like the cabbage. I haven't had the other type, but it's so good. Fuck, now I want to make it. The Japanese pancakes are bursting with umami, having been slathered in sauce and piled high with various toppings. How's your dango? Dango. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Yeah. I even have one of the plushies here too. I thought I could collect like all the, like there's these dango plushies that you can have like a whole family of them, but I've only collected one so far because it's like $20 each. Yuri, ever the sweet tooth, has been nibbling at a couple of sweet dumplings for a while now. They're exactly how I remembered them as from when I was a child. I doubt they would have messed with as classic a recipe as regular old dango. You never know. There are lots of modern variations of food these days. Have you been looking up recipes again? Looks like I got her. There's nothing wrong with variety. I know. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I know. You never mean anything in a bad way. We make our way to the center of the plaza and settle down on a quiet bench together. Ooh, this is nice. Various bamboo trees are set up before us, with quite a few decorations and festival wishes already hung up on the branches. The slender green stalks sway gently in the wind, rustling quietly as if whispering. Domo, you don't know how thankful I am that I met you. Honestly speaking, you've changed my life for the better. Couldn't have asked for a better boyfriend. I can't believe how good of a person you are. Hold up, Yuri. You don't have to gush about me so much. I think you're giving me too much credit. But you have changed me. Well, I guess I did help some, but nothing would have mattered if you didn't decide to help yourself in the end. You're the one who put in so much effort to change. You're the one who decided to open up to me. And for that reason, I'm the one who's thankful that I got to meet such a wonderful and thoughtful girl. Plus, it wasn't just me who helped provide you happy memories either. The rest of the club helped too, right? Especially Natsuki. Yuri leans into me, idly fiddling with my sleeve. You know that? You know what? you're right. I did help myself. I've always been scared to think well of myself and to presume that I have the willpower to help myself. But in the end, I think that it's true. It's a bit frightening to think that you've actually come all this way. Well, frightening's the wrong word. Shocking, maybe. In the end, I suppose my support network helped me realize some things about myself, though. Because of all of you, I was able to identify my flaws and find the motivation to try to resolve them. You all treated me like a normal person. You didn't pity me or act like I was a fragile angel. You're... Oh, so that's... Yeah, I can see why I totally messed up then. Especially when you do... when you don't help her, I guess, progress. Like when you're the one helping her with her issues and making her dependent, basically. Yeah, that was the whole problem. We had to force her to be independent, put her into those uncomfortable situations, which I could never do. Fuck that. I can't. My anxiety is just through the roof every time. Yuri, you're one of the strongest people I know. I'd never see you as someone to pity, and I'm sure the others feel the same. To be honest, I don't know if I would have been able to go through the same stuff you have. Well, we grew up in totally different circumstances, so we wouldn't be able to tell. But knowing you, I think you would have been able to do it. And probably in less time than it took me too. Hey, you're taking just the right amount of time with this stuff, in my opinion. There's no use rushing something as delicate as this. I have faith in you, Yuri. I've seen how much time and effort you put into changing. I know how strong you are. Domo. Yuri squeezes my hands in hers. Do you have the papers to write our wishes on? Oh, is it the ones like they tie it onto the branch? Yeah, right here. Do you know what you're gonna write? I believe so. Don't peek. I wouldn't dream of it. We spent a few quiet moments scribbling down our wishes. I have to rack my brain for ideas before I settle on the perfect callback poem for Yuri. Do you want to see mine before I hang it up? Sure thing. It's a long poem. My wish. Standing under the bamboo, I gaze at the stars. They twinkle steadily, tiny beacons in the night. As I watch them, I fill with expectation, hope springing out from my heart as I yearn for understanding, wishing for a meeting of perspectives, a way to change the world. My heart wavers as I turn to look at the ones around me, guiding stars. Okay, sorry, I can't read cursive. Guiding stars, their paths align with mine, leading me onwards towards the distant dawn. The distant dawn? Dawn, sorry. I gather my courage, reaching out to them, holding them close. I pray for this feeling to last, yearning for the day I can accept this brilliance and make it my own, so that the star of my life might shine and light a way in the dark. Oh, that's so good. Ah, it's so comfy right now. This is such a comfy atmosphere. I love it. I thought I'd make a return to form and write this one in free verse. Yeah, I noticed that. It's a nice throwback. Ahaha. You always kept a preference for free verse, didn't you? Although writing in meter and rhyme are interesting exercises, I always felt most able to express my true self using free verse. Also, I'm guessing that you wrote about the stars because of the legend behind Tanabata? That's right. Well, I also thought the stars looked beautiful tonight. But when I was thinking about it, my mind kept returning to the North Star for some reason. And it was then that I realized how fitting it would be to compare everyone in my life to guiding stars as a metaphor. Poetic as always, Yuri. But you know what? You're the star. Cheese. God, fucking cheese. You're the star in my life. Yuri giggles shyly, softly taking hold of one of my hands. Thank you, Domo. And yes, you were the one of the foremost people in my thoughts. They were you. The literature club members, your mother, my parents, therapy. Wait, Yuri. Oh my god. Wait, no way. You're going to therapy? Yes, I just decided to. I know that you've been advocating it all along, so that's great news. Getting a professional opinion, that's gotta count for something, right? Now that I've learned how to fight my urges more effectively, I want to be able to stay clean for good. And I figured that I might as well try therapy out. It's not like it could make me any worse, right? That's a spirit. You know, for a time, I actually thought you might have regretted telling me about everything. But I'm glad to know that I was dead wrong about that. I don't blame you for thinking that. Come on, you gotta give me some blame at least. I shouldn't have ever doubted you. Man, now my wish is gonna be terrible compared to yours. I doubt that I can make you as happy as yours made me. Ha ha ha. Well, you can let me be the judge of that. What did we say? From me to you. It's summer, and the stars are out. I think of the future and what this poem's about. I hope my friendship lasts much longer. I'd like to watch our bonds grow stronger. My days so far have been alright, but I'd like to help you, who's made my life seem bright. This man loves his cheese. I'll be by your side if you're ever lonely. Where others may falter, I swear to be your one and only. Even if you don't feel whole, I'll give you a piece of myself to soothe the pain of your weary soul. Because you're important to me. As fragile memories shatter like glass, so will we rebuild them together, and another year will come to pass. Very nice. Man, he's writing the thing is, I don't think we've ever seen the main character's poems. Like, you know, with the whole word choice thing, it was just like, oh wow, you have a good, nice poem, or like they reacted, but we don't see it. This is kind of cool that we get to see a more fleshed out, his writing's fleshed out. Like it'd be nice to be at least compare them to if we had a poem that we wrote in the earlier stages of the game. But I mean, we knew his personality, so to see him write something like this, I mean, again, like I said, it's a bit it's, I mean, he likes his romance. But yeah, it's just nice. It's really nice. I was actually thinking of the very first poem you ever showed me when I was writing this. I think it was titled Tumble, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I remember that you wrote about missing a part of yourself and not being important. So I decided to write about how you're basically the most important part of my life now. Domo, you actually remember my poems enough to include some of their motifs? How could I forget anything related to you? Domo, I love you. And I love you too, Yuri. I gently coat Yuri's face with my hands and kiss her, savoring the slightly sweet taste of her lips. As we break for air, Yuri speaks up. Hold on, we still need to hang up our wishes. We approach a bamboo tree together, the colorful strips of paper bearing the hopes and dreams of dozens of people playfully twirl in the wind. Yuri beams up at me as we hang up our wishes side by side. I like the soundtrack, by the way. It's so sweet. They spin together, constantly brushing against each other as if connected. And they are connected. Connected in that our hopes for the future are intertwined with each other. I can't imagine a future without Yuri at this point. Oh, and we saw one too. We saw a future without her. Despite everything that may have... Okay, I should stop thinking about that ending. Sorry. Just, it was such a bad ending that I can't. Despite everything that may have happened between us, despite all the baggage from our past weighing us down, we can find strength in each other. We can learn together, change together, and grow together. And we can move on to the future together. Did I do it? Back in the club? What's happening? It's all going away. Everything's gonna start phasing out of existence, because guess what? It was just a game. Doki Doki Blue Skies. Hey, I got the good end. Let's go. And we actually get to see happy credits instead of sad credits. Let's go. Sorry, I need some water. Okay, I'm so happy I actually went through this. Like usually I'd be like, okay, I got the ending for the route that I did. All right, I'm gonna keep that canon. I'm not gonna go back because I don't like wanna ruin my perception of that timeline. But I mean, with this, I had to go back because that's just awful. The bad end still, it makes me feel a little bit salty. More so than just I was pissed at how the character was acting. Which I guess if for the writers, I gotta give props to them for making him seem so unlikable for being our stand-in. Because, he's supposed to act in place of us. But God, some of that dialogue he said in the bad end was just... it was infuriating. I gotta say it like that. But I'm so happy I went through the good end. And I love that everyone kind of developed, regardless of who we were mainly interacting with. We got more in depth with Monica, Natsuki, Sayori. Even the side characters were, what the fuck? The mom and the teacher? Wait, hold on. Wait, now I kind of want to see that, be explored a little bit more. Excuse me? I know it's probably just for the art, but that kind of gives me some interest now. The mom and Sakurai sensei. I kind of wish some of the other side characters, we got a little bit more time with them. They were pretty much just like there for the purpose of giving us like some advice, especially like I think it was either Emmy. I think it was Emmy, like someone we talked to in the bad end for Yuri. Is that supposed to be us? Yeah, we look, yeah, pretty stereotypical main character. Just pull his hair down and it will be a different type of main character. Uh, but yeah. So just like I did with from you and me and her, we're only doing one route, and then I'm gonna leave everything kind of open ended for how I take on each other. I think I might do Sayori's next on my own time. But I gotta move on to different things because there are some games I'd like to show more on the channel and some more videos I'd like to do. I also, at the time of recording this, I've passed 400 subscribers, so I'd like to say thank you like a whole bunch to everyone. I really appreciate the support. I never thought I would even get to 100, 200, and here we are at 400. And hopefully we'll keep going with all the other stuff that I can hopefully bring to the channel to keep you guys interested. But thanks for watching this playthrough. It was a rough ride, but it ended well thanks to me figuring out how to get the good end. I'll admit though, I did kind of cheat. I didn't want to spend the time like agonizingly going through the bad end multiple times, so I just had to get to the good end quickly. I'm glad I did. I guess have your takes about it, whether or not I should have looked it up or not. But yeah, with that said, that's it for Doki Doki Blue Skies. Thank you again, and I will see you guys in whatever video comes out next. Bye.